Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last 2 weeks of our semester. Last week we did part 1 of the final exam. These next 2 weeks we are doing part 2, which is the essay. I'm giving you 2 weeks on this because it's a little more intensive. There's quite a bit of work to be done. But if the rest of your work is turned in, as soon as you get this essay turned in, you are done with the semester. So if you really want to put in the work and bust this essay out in a couple days, you can get done with the class early. So let's go over your essay. Just like we've been talking about throughout this whole class, the question you're answering is, was George a good friend to Lenny? Okay, you have to choose one side or the other. Either yes, he was a good friend, or no, he was not a good friend. You cannot go back and forth, okay? Use your evidence chart from each chapter to gather your evidence. So you should have been, and we'll go back and look at chapter 6 questions as an example. Throughout this whole class, you've had this chart. You should have been putting direct evidence, word for word sentences from the story into your charts. If you've been doing this the whole time, you're really going to thank yourself, okay? So you're answering the question clearly, arguing only one side. You do need to offer a counter argument or counterclaim and rebuttal. Organize your essay. It needs to be your own words and your own ideas. And proper spelling, grammar, punctuation, all of that sort of stuff. So the first thing you're going to do is your outline. So when you write an argument, you're going to fill out this outline to help you. So your introduction paragraph, that's the first paragraph in your essay. You need a hook, background information, and a thesis statement. So your hook is 1 or 2 sentences that get your reader's attention, okay? I really like to use imagine if statements to get the reader into your shoes or to get the reader interested in your argument. Background information. What do we need to know about who George is? What do we need to know about who Lenny is for your essay to make sense? And then a thesis statement, your answer and your 2 reasons why. So either George was a good friend to Lenny because why and why, or George was not a good friend to Lenny because why and why. Then we go into body paragraphs. Some of you maybe have done ACEs. Topic sentence is like the A, evidence is the C, analysis is the E, C, E, S. So ACEs. If you did tree, topic, and reason, evidence, explain, sum it up. So that's the trees method. But your topic sentence, that's your answer and your first reason why. Evidence. Okay, your first piece of evidence that supports your reason why, that should be a direct quote from the novel. You do need to have in parentheses the author's last name, Steinbeck, and the page number from the book where you found that piece of evidence. And then explain, okay, or analyze that piece of evidence. How does that prove your point? Second piece of evidence that supports your reason, analysis, sum it up. Body paragraph 2, same thing. It's your answer and your second reason from your thesis statement. Evidence analysis, and sum it up. Counterclaim. This is why might somebody disagree with you and why are they wrong? So your counterclaim, if you're arguing that yes, George is a good friend, you could say some people may believe that George was not a good friend because why? And then they think this because it has some evidence, and then your rebuttal, okay? That is not true. You actually crush their argument. You're not switching sides. You're saying, hey, here's why some people might disagree with me. Here's why they're wrong. Evidence to back it up, analyze and explain it, sum it up. And then your conclusion, so what? Why does it matter if he was a good friend or not? Why does it matter what makes a good friend? Call to action, what can people do? And restate your thesis statement. So here's some notes down here to help you out what goes into each body paragraph. So this is your outline. If you want to write full sentences exactly how you'll write your essay, you can. Otherwise, you can just write little notes to yourself to kind of organize your thoughts. But however you choose to do that, you do need to turn it in. That is required. And then your essay is over here. So you'll type your final essay, first and last name. The rest is filled out for you. The title, come up with a good title. It's already set to be Times New Roman 12-point font and double spaced. And you'll just type your essay here. Okay, introduction, 2 body paragraphs, counterclaim paragraph, and then your conclusion. Okay, so you're answering the question, was George a good friend to Lenny? If you have any questions, you get stuck, you need help, please reach out for assistance. I'm happy to show you examples of introduction paragraphs, examples of body paragraphs, anything like that to help you out. Okay. The attendance word of the week is golf, G-O-L-F. So email me the word golf if you didn't make our live meet. That way I know you've watched this lesson and I can get you counted for attendance. Again, make sure all your missing work is turned in, and then as soon as you get this outline and essay done, you are finished with this class. All right. If you have any questions, please reach out. I am happy to help.